My child, listen closely, for time is slipping through unseen cracks. What I carry for you today is not ordinary. It is sacred, urgent, and meant for your spiritual one. You've been feeling the tremors, haven't you? The world around you was shifting, the noise is louder and the light seems dimmer. But you were not made to be swallowed by the chaos. You were chosen to rise. Don't walk away from this moment. Every word that follows holds achy to peace, clarity, and purpose. You've been a ching, for this is your wake-up call, your divine interruption. Lean in. Now you are exactly where you need to be. Listen closely to the whisper of my heart. It pulses with a truth as ancient as time, yet as fresh as each new dawn that greets you. You are my masterpiece. This isn't mere flattery, nor a hollow phrase to soothe your weariness. It's the divine reality etched into the very core of your existence. From the moment I conceived you in the secret chambers of eternity, your form was shaped by my hands with infinite care, and your soul set ablaze with my breath. I know every line, every curve, every shade of your being. You are the living canvas upon which I have poured out the richness of heaven's colors, the strokes of my love that render you uniquely, wonderfully, irreplaceably my artwork. Yet, I see some of you recoiling from this truth. You glimpse the mirror, and all you see are cracks, defects, shadows of doubt, and valleys of past mistakes. You look upon yourself and feel disqualified from this divine approval, as if your scars disfigure the beauty I intended. My dear child, I am not blind to your struggles, nor am I unaware of the voices that tell you you are less than whole, less than worthy, less than enough. But hear me now, those voices lie. I made you with deliberate intention. Every imperfection you mourn was woven into the fabric of your being to reveal my craftsmanship, not to diminish you. You are not a broken vessel discarded in the refuse of failures. You are the treasured art of a sovereign creator, held tenderly in my hand. Do you feel the weight of your journey, the endless striving against tides that pull you under? This tempest you endure often obscures the masterpiece I am creating through and within you. But my love is relentless, carving away every fear, every regret, every fragment of shame. Like the master sculptor chiseling marble, I am revealing the perfect form hidden inside the raw stone. Your life is not a series of random events, nor a collection of unconnected errors. It is a single divine narrative, your very own epic of grace and redemption, a melody composed slowly, note by note, by the greatest artist. And this masterpiece has not been completed in haste. It's a work of eternal patience and beauty. My dear, if you've ever thought you must earn my love or prove your worthiness by your deeds, know this: my love was poured out for you before your first breath. It is sealed in covenant, never to be revoked because of your failing. When you doubt, when you stumble, when you feel unseen, even then, I am there. Not as a distant observer, but as the tender Father who sees you, knows you, and loves you unconditionally. No masterpiece ever created was made without imperfections. Yet those imperfections give it character and depth. You are not a painting made for the critics. You are my cherished creation, crafted with divine intent to display my glory. There's a purpose hiding beyond your pain, a plan beyond your confusion. The jagged lines in your story are not mistakes, but the brushstrokes of a loving hand guiding you toward a destiny that only I know fully. When you feel lost among the ruins of your own heart, remember, you are not debris to be discarded. You are the masterpiece that I am revealing day by day, moment by moment. Your life has profound significance woven into the tapestry of eternity. Trust this truth, even when the night is long and your spirit feels faint. I have not forgotten you. I never will. Let this truth settle deep into your soul. My beloved, you are not what the world has defined you to be. You are what I declare you to be. My masterpiece, my beloved, my child, fearfully and wonderfully made. I invite you to rest in this truth tonight. Let my love wash over you like a gentle rain, cleansing every doubt, every accusation. Breathe in my grace and let it become the air you breathe, the strength you stand upon. You are not alone, you never were, and you walk the path I have set for you with a purpose no one else can accomplish. Feel the warmth of my embrace, not from a distance but close, close enough to hear the steady beat of my heart synced with yours. This is my call to you. Step into this truth with courage. See yourself through my eyes and begin to live as the masterpiece you were meant to be. I am an ongoing work, and so are you. Grow in me. Delight in my presence and watch how I transform your story into a radiant display of my grace and power. If your heart is stirring, do not turn away. Lean into this divine love that calls you deeper. You are never forgotten. You were never forsaken. You are and always will be my masterpiece. The burdened spirit, a call to trust and transformation. My dear child, I see the weight that burdens your spirit, the unseen pressures that press upon you like a heavy, unyielding fog, clouding your heart and dimming the light I placed within you. You may feel as though you walk alone through a dense forest, shadows closing in, whispering doubts that pierce your soul. Yet, my beloved, I am with you in every step, every falter, every silent tear shed in your secret place. I carry the echoes of your pain closer to me than you can imagine, for my love is not distant or indifferent. It is patient, tender, and relentless. I know you have wrestled with the storm inside, the confusion that churns in your mind like tempestuous seas, tossing your hopes and dreams as though they were fragile vessels made of glass. This battle is not hidden from me. It is etched into my eyes like the finest calligraphy. I am not angry at your frailty or your struggles. Rather, I designed your heart to thirst so that you may learn to drink deeply from my well of living water. My child, your wounds are not a sign of failure, but rather a doorway to a greater experience of my grace. Often you may hear the lies that tell you you are forgotten, abandoned, left to drift in the cold expanse of your own despair. But listen carefully. My hands have not let go. You are knitted in secret places with intention and infinite care. When the night presses down and you cannot find your breath, that is when I am closest, whispering my presence like a gentle flame flickering in the dark. Your pulse, your every heartbeat is held within my palms. Even when you feel shattered, you are whole to me. The broken shards of your journey are treasures I gather and transform into a mosaic of breathtaking beauty. Unique and radiant in my gallery of love, I do not rush you through your pain, because like a master artisan, I work with patience and precision. I am molding, shaping, and restoring what the trials of life have fractured. What seems unbearable now is forging a resilience that will carry you beyond the limits you once knew. The silence you may perceive, the waiting that seems endless, these are my sacred pauses, moments where I am weaving strength into your spirit, renewing your hope, and preparing your heart for the fullness of what is yet to come. Do not despise this quiet, even when it feels empty. It is filled with my promise. My dear, understand that correction is an act of my love, not condemnation. When your footsteps stray, my gentle rebuke is like a shepherd's staff guiding you back to safe pastures, away from the wild beasts of despair and confusion. I am not a distant judge, but a loving Father who desires your whole life to flourish and bear fruit beyond your wildest dreams. I am teaching you to trust the process, to surrender your fears and doubts into my care, so you may discover the freedom that emerges when you let go of control and lean into my plans. Even in moments when you feel you are nothing but a flicker of hope, remember that I am the fire that never burns out. I ignite purpose and passion deep within you. Your struggles are not the end of your story. They're a chapter that leads to triumph, a refining fire that purifies the gold of your spirit. Do not be discouraged by the length of the journey or the shadows that fall across the path. You are never outside my sight. I see the road ahead, and I walk it with you. My promise is unwavering. I am transforming your trials into testimonies of victory. Take heart, my child, and let this truth settle deep within you. You are not alone. Your suffering is not in vain, and my love will carry you through every dark valley. Cling to me when the night is long. Reach out your hand for mine, for I am faithful to hold you, to lead you, and to redeem every moment of pain with my peace. If your heart is stirring with longing for comfort and clarity, do not turn away. Come to me with all that you are, and I will fill you with the certainty of my presence. I delight in calls from the depths of your soul, and find joy in revealing myself to those who seek me with honesty and humility. You may not see the complete picture now, but I am painting a masterpiece with your life. Each stroke intentional, each color vibrant, each detail meaningful. Trust the divine artist who never abandons his canvas or leaves a single brushstroke undone. When doubt creeps in and shadows lengthen, remember that my light is closer than your breath. In your weakness, my strength is made perfect. Let my spirit comfort you, whispering into every crack of your broken heart, binding all things together in love. Will you take this moment and choose to rest in my quiet assurance instead of striving alone? Will you let my peace drown out the fear that has clung to you? My patience is an ocean, my mercy the shore you can reach safely. Lean into me now, and let me renew your soul beneath the shelter of my embrace. You are beloved beyond measure, and with each new dawn my faithfulness will rise to meet you. I am here now and always, your refuge, your healer, your ever-present help in times of trial. Receive this from me as a balm for your weary spirit and a lamp to guide your way. Let this sacred truth settle deeply in your heart today, unburdening guilt and shame. The promise of forgiveness. My beloved, I see the shadows that cling to your heart, the weight of guilt that presses down, the whispers of shame that seek to define you. These burdens, though heavy and relentless, don't escape my notice. I am present even in the darkest corners where your thoughts hide. In the silent moments when your soul trembles with regret, know that I don't condemn you for your mistakes. Rather, I long to unwrap you from the chains of condemnation that the enemy has wrapped so tightly around your spirit. Imagine the bloom of a fragile flower pressed under a heavy stone. To the eye, it appears crushed, lifeless, and forgotten. And yet, beneath that stone, it breathes quietly, preparing for the moment when the earth itself will shift, offering it light, space, and freedom to rise. In the same way, your soul, weighed down by guilt and shame, is not lost. It is merely waiting for the revelation of my forgiveness to break the bonds that imprison it and to bring forth new life. I am not distant or absent when you stumble. My patience with you stretches beyond what you can fathom. It is in that patience that I correct, guide, and restore you gently, not with harsh judgment, but with profound, enduring love. Consider that the story of your life is not written by the fault lines of your past, but by the strokes of my grace that paint over every error with colors of redemption. I see the stains left by your failings, but I also see the clear light of my mercy shining through those very cracks. Do not shrink from me in shame, but run toward me in trust, for I am the one who sets captives free. The silence you may perceive is not my rejection, but my preparation, a quiet space where my spirit is working deep inside you to transform your brokenness into a temple of glory. I invite you to breathe deeply the promise of forgiveness. Let it fill every corner of your being until doubt and despair lose their hold. My beloved, courage does not lie in pretending to be flawless, but in standing before me in your brokenness, allowing my healing hands to mend what is torn. Your past does not disqualify you. It is the soil from which new faith will sprout. Take heart now. Let this truth settle in you. My grace is sufficient. My love is everlasting, and no failure is beyond the reach of my healing touch. Will you allow me to carry your guilt today? Will you believe me when I say you are forgiven completely and forever? The choice lies before you. Embrace my mercy or continue to bear burdens not meant for you. Lay down your shame and step into the light of my acceptance. I await you with open arms, ready to fill you with peace that surpasses all understanding and to clothe you anew in the robe of righteousness. If your heart is stirring, do not turn away. Draw near and find rest in me. Forgiveness, a radical restoration. My child, as you journey deeper into understanding who you are in me, I invite you to rest in the profound truth of forgiveness. There is a heavy weight that many bear, a crushing burden of guilt and shame that whispers lies about your worth and seals your heart in silent prisons. Yet, I see beyond your failures and your mistakes. I see the radiant image in which you were created, unmarred by the shadows of past transgressions. The gospel of my grace is not merely a story of pardon, but a radical restoration that sets you free from the shackles of self-condemnation. Consider the story of a broken vessel, cracked and marred by the storms of life. From an earthly perspective, it may seem useless, discarded, and forgotten, but I am the potter, and with hands of infinite tenderness, I take your shattered pieces and reshape them. I fill the fractures with my mercy, painting over the scars with colors of redemption that no one else can see but me. Your failures do not define you. My unfailing love does. This love does not condemn, but calls you out of darkness into the marvelous light of reconciliation. Guilt often wears the mask of punishment, telling you that you must deserve the pain you endure. Yet I tell you now, my beloved, punishment was not my desire for you. I sent my Son not to judge, but to save, not to imprison, but to liberate. I bore the weight of everything that condemned you, breaking its power forever. The chains of shame have been shattered by the cross. Can you feel the wind of freedom stirring in your soul? It is the breath of my grace inviting you to rise. Your heart may still linger on the mistakes, the moments when you felt so far from me that returning seemed impossible. But remember, even the prodigal found home before the journey's end. My arms were always open, ready to embrace every tear, every confession. When you come to me with a repentant heart, I run to you with joyous celebration. This is the reality of my forgiveness. It is alive, active, and powerful, washing your soul like a river that carries away every stain. Will you come and let it rinse your spirit today? There is no sin too great, no failure too deep, that my forgiveness cannot overcome. Your past has no veto over your future when you walk in the light of my grace. I am weaving your story into a tapestry far greater than you imagine, and every thread of misstep is intertwined with my mercy. You are a masterpiece of restoration, a testimony of transformation. Let my healing begin in the places that ache with regret. Let my peace settle in the ruins where guilt planted its lies. My dear, the enemy delights in reminding you of the wrongs, but I delight in declaring your righteousness. Do not listen to the thief who steals your peace with accusation. Listen to my voice that speaks life, hope, and freedom. Forgiveness is not forgetting, but it is releasing the power that sin holds over you. It is choosing to believe that my love is stronger than your worst moments. When you hold on to unforgiveness, whether toward yourself or others, you close the door on my transformative power. Open your hands and heart to receive what I freely give: abundant, cleansing, unending forgiveness. Trust me to take what is broken and make it whole. Trust that my mercy is not fleeting, but an eternal fountain that never runs dry. I restore the soul like a shepherd tending lost sheep, gentle yet determined. I am not quick to anger, but slow to wrath, not denying your pain, but redeeming it. The path of forgiveness is not always easy. It requires surrender and courage, but it leads to a place of freedom where you no longer carry burdens that were never meant to be yours. Will you lay them down now and accept the gift I offer? As you receive my forgiveness, Step into your identity as a beloved child, not because you earned it, but because I declared it at creation. You are not defined by your failures, but by my unchanging promises. Even when you falter, I remain faithful. Even in your weakness, my strength is perfected. Your scars tell a story of survival, but my love tells a story of victory. Let this truth settle deep into your heart and shape the way you see yourself. You're forgiven, you're cherished, and you're called to walk boldly in that truth. Do not wait to be perfect before you accept forgiveness. There's freedom in coming just as you are, broken, hurting, weary, because my grace meets you there. For many centuries, various societies have recognized and practiced different forms of forgiveness, often tied to spiritual or religious beliefs. In Christianity, the concept of forgiveness is central, with estimates of the global Christian population being around 2.6 billion people as of 2020. Islam also emphasizes forgiveness, with its global followers numbering approximately 1.9 billion. Buddhism, with about 535 million adherents, includes the practice of loving kindness and compassion, which are closely linked to forgiveness. It's the bridge between past mistakes and future glory. My dear, will you believe me this time? Will you take my hand and walk out of the shadows of guilt into the light of my lasting mercy? Let my voice be louder than your accusations. Let my love be stronger than the chains of shame. For many people, the ability to forgive both themselves and others significantly impacts their mental and emotional well-being. Studies by organizations like the American Psychological Association have shown that practicing forgiveness can lead to reduced anxiety, depression, and stress, and an increase in feelings of hope and self-esteem. Forgiveness is the key that unlocks the door to abundant life, peace, and restoration. Open your heart and let me heal you completely. You're not alone in your struggle. I am with you always, ready to forgive, ready to renew, ready to transform. Remember, my child, forgiveness is the fragrance of my heart toward you. Breathe it in deeply and let it fill every part of your being. You are called to live in this freedom and to extend it to others as well, because forgiveness is a seed that grows into the tree of peace, sheltering all who come beneath its branches. Embrace this gift now. Trust that in me all things are made new. If your heart is stirring, do not turn away from this transformative love. Receive it fully today, releasing fear, anxiety, and doubt, an invitation to peace. My beloved, I see the silent battles that wage within your heart, the storms of fear, webs of anxiety, and shadows of doubt that trespass upon your peace. These are not mere fleeting moments of weakness. They are waves crashing against the shores of your soul, threatening to erode the foundation I have carefully laid. But listen closely, for I am your steadfast refuge, the shelter in the tempest, the calm that surpasses all chaos. When fear whispers lies and anxiety tightens its grip, remember this: I am nearer than your next breath, waiting to hold you when you feel most unsteady. Fear was never intended to rule you. It is a thief seeking to steal your joy and paralyze your faith. Yet I have not given you a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. Imagine a child trembling in the night, yet wrapped securely in the arms of their parent. Such is the security I offer you. Even as shadows lengthen and darkness dares to press in, your heart can rest in my unchanging promise. Anxiety tells you that the future is uncertain and unforgiving, but I am the Lord of all tomorrows, weaving each thread of your days with divine purpose and intentionality, even when the pattern escapes your understanding. Doubt can be the cruelest of companions, casting questions like stones into the well of your belief. You wonder if I hear your cries, if I remember your name, or if I am truly at work in your life. Know this, child, your doubts do not disqualify you from my love or my grace. Just as Thomas reached out to touch and know, So I embrace you in your questioning, inviting you to lean deeper into my presence. Your faith is not made perfect in the absence of doubt, but in the persistence of seeking. My beloved, I am here when your heart trembles and your spirit falters, waiting with open arms to steady your step and renew your courage. Picture yourself as a traveler crossing a vast desert. The sun scorches, the horizon wavers with heat, and the path seems endless. In your weariness, I am the wellspring of living water beside you, the shade beneath an ancient tree, the gentle breeze that refreshes your brow. Fear, anxiety, and doubt are the mirages tempting you to turn back. But within you, I have placed a fire that no storm can extinguish. This fire is your faith, nurtured by trust and kindled by the assurance that I am closer than your heartbeat. When the weight of uncertainty burdens your soul, reach inward and find this flame blazing brightly, a beacon guiding you toward hope. Let not your heart be overwhelmed by the what-ifs and maybes. Instead, surrender them to me as offerings of trust, knowing that I am weaving grace through every tangled thread. My invisible hand orchestrates your steps, even when the footing feels unsteady. Do you see how the stars, though distant and seemingly indifferent, hold their place by my command? So too is your life, secure, known, and cherished beyond measure. Fear is not a verdict upon your existence, but a call to lean harder into me, to let your trembling hands open and receive the unshakable peace I freely give. My dear, receive this truth. You are never alone in the midst of your fears. I am the shelter beneath your wings, the fortress of your hope. When anxious thoughts swirl like dark clouds, look to me and behold how the dawn breaks through. I do not promise a journey without trials, but I promise my presence as your constant companion. Fear dissolves when met with my light. Anxiety flees when called into the shelter of my love. Doubt surrenders when embraced by my faithfulness. This is the heritage I have prepared for you, not a place free from struggle, but a heart anchored in unwavering trust. Will you believe me this time, beloved? Will you lay down the burden of fear at my feet and walk forward, hand in hand with me? I am calling you out of the shadows and into the radiant peace I have prepared, a peace that whispers calm amid chaos. It is not by your strength, but by my spirit that you overcome. You are more than conquerors through me who loves you without end. Let this truth settle in the depths of your being, transforming your doubts into declarations of faith. Embrace the tender invitation to cast all your cares upon me. Bring your restless thoughts, your anxious heart, your trembling spirit, and place them gently in my hands. Feel my heartbeat, steady and sure as it beats in rhythm with your own. I'm not distant or indifferent, but intimately present, engaged in the details of your life. The same power that called the stars into being breathes peace into your weary soul. Fear may knock, anxiety may press in, doubt may linger, but none hold dominion over you. In your moments of weakness, I am strength. In your nights of uncertainty, I am dawn. Trust me, my child, and allow my peace to guard your heart and mind. This is your inheritance, an unshakable fortress of divine love that no storm can breach. Will you give me your fears today and walk forward with me as your guide and protector? Let this be the turning point where you rise on wings like eagles, soaring beyond the reach of anxiety and shadows. The journey ahead is yours, but you do not walk it alone. I am with you always, forever, unchanging. Let the peace that I give be the melody in your soul, the song that drowns out fear and ignites hope. Your faith, fragile yet fierce, is precious to me. Guard it well, nurture it in my presence, and watch how I transform what once scared you into a testimony of my abiding love. Now take a deep breath and rest in this promise. Feel my arms wrapping around you, the security of my embrace anchoring your soul. No fear, no anxiety, no doubt can ever separate you from me or my peace. Let your heart be still and know that I am God, your refuge, your peace, your unending love. Will you trust me with your fears today? Beloved, the choice is yours, and I am here ready to carry you through every shadow into the light of my grace, overcoming the invisible burden of anxiety. My beloved, I see the weight of fear and anxiety that so often presses upon your heart and clouds the clarity of your vision. You carry burdens invisible to the eyes of the world, and I, who shaped you from the dust, understand the depths of your trembling and the sighs that never leave your lips. This feeling of uncertainty, this creeping doubt that whispers of your insufficiency, it is not a condemnation, but an invitation, a sacred prompting toward surrender that I long to meet with my perfect peace. Consider the delicate balancing act of the birds in the sky. They do not grasp the wind with their claws or clutch with relentless force. They trust the invisible currents to hold them safely, guiding their paths with delicate constancy. So must you learn to trust the unseen yet life-giving breath of my spirit. Anxiety reaches out like a dense fog over your soul, obscuring the path, threatening to paralyze your steps. Yet, I invite you to lay down your fears at my feet. Do not simply silence them, for that is a fleeting victory, but hand them over fully, as a child hands a broken toy to a loving parent, knowing that I will restore and renew what feels shattered. My child, I know your mind races with what-ifs and worst-case scenarios, but I have not given you a spirit of fear. I have breathed into you a spirit of power, love, and a sound mind. Even though the night stretches long and your heart paces with unease, you are not abandoned in the darkness. I am with you. My presence is a fortress, impregnable and eternal, where your soul can find refuge. Each anxious thought is a call for me to draw nearer, to remind you that you are not alone, that your struggles are not hidden from my gaze. Sometimes the weight you carry is not just about what lies ahead, but the haunting shadows of past wounds and losses, regrets that sting and memories that replay like persistent echoes. Though they seem to shout their terrors in the quiet moments, their power is broken in me. I am the God of new beginnings, the one who weaves beauty from ashes and brings joy out of mourning. When your heart is gripped by doubt, remind yourself of the countless times I've proven faithful, how I have turned impossible circumstances into testimonies of my grace. I am the ancient rock who will never be moved, the unfailing foundation beneath your feet despite the shaking. Do not despise the trembling, my dear, for it can be the gentle nudge toward deeper trust and surrender. I desire for you not a faith that is untested or shallow, but one forged in the fires of struggle, refined by persistent seeking and clinging to me amidst the storm. Faith does not always remove the tempest. Often, it grants you the courage to lift your eyes beyond the restless seas and see me, the calm in the turbulence, beckoning you forward. You may ask, how do I conquer this fear that feels so strong? It begins with a single quiet step: surrender. Surrender not as defeat, but as your truest form of victory. A fertile soil where my peace can grow and your heart can pulse in harmony with my promises. Let your mind dwell on my truth, not on the lies that fear whispers. You are a beloved child of the Most High, held eternally in my hands, shielded by my unfailing goodness. Breathe deeply of my presence. Now imagine a gentle stream flowing through your spirit, carrying away the anxieties, cleansing and renewing. You are not defined by your fears, but by my perfect love, which casts out all fear. Let this love flood in, washing away every doubt, every restless thought that seeks to chain you. Feel my arms around you, steady and strong, holding you in serene assurance. As anxiety tempts you to shrink and hide, I beckon you to rise in courage and claim your heavenly inheritance of peace. The battles you face today are not a sign that you have failed, but the terrain where your faith is strengthened. When you find yourself in that quiet moment of surrender, willing your heart to rest in me, you step into a secret realm of strength, an unshakable confidence rooted not in your own abilities, but in my eternal promises. My dear child, do not isolate your struggle. Reach out to me in prayer, your spirit's lifeline. Even when words falter and tears overflow, trust that I am listening, not as a distant observer, but as a compassionate father who perceives your every sigh. Pour out the contents of your heart. I do not tire of hearing your voice. Let this be a sacred habit of your soul, to turn toward me in those moments when fear assaults you most. In doing so, you practice reliance and acknowledge your dependence on my unchanging goodness. You may feel tempted to rush ahead, to force solutions or wrestle control, the natural human desire to seize certainty. Yet I ask you to pause and abide in my presence. Like the fields resting under winter snow, your spirit also needs this time of stillness, when unseen things gather strength beneath the surface. Trust the timing of my unfolding plan, even if it remains hidden from view. Though the weight is agonizing for your heart that yearns for solutions, know that patience carries its own spiritual fire, refining, preparing, protecting. Each step you take in trust, even trembling or faltering, is precious in my sight. You are never forgotten or forsaken. My love for you is perfect and pure, drawing your fears out of the shadows and replacing them with an ever-deepening hope. When fear knots tightly around your heart, lean into me. Let this moment mark a turning point where your faith begins to overpower your anxiety. Let this truth settle in you. You are not alone. I am with you always, and together we will walk through whatever darkness or doubt you face. Rest in my peace. Will you believe me this time? Let your spirit rise in bold surrender, and watch how my love will flood your heart with courage. If your heart is stirring, do not turn away. Step forward with me in trust, one trembling step at a time. The steadfast refuge, trusting in the unseen. My child, when the night seems endless and your spirit wrestles with the unseen shadows of fear, know that you are not alone. Fear, anxiety, and doubt are like storms that surge within your soul, threatening to uproot the very foundation of your peace. Yet, I am the harbor that never closes, the shelter that never weakens. Though the winds howl and the waves rise, my presence is the steadfast anchor in your life. You are held with a grip no enemy can loosen, and your trembling heart is cradled in hands that crafted the stars themselves. The battle you face within is as ancient as time itself, yet so intimately known to me. I have walked with every soul who stumbled through darkness and felt the suffocating weight of anxiety. Your trembling is not a mark of failure, but a sign of life striving to overcome. I do not chastise your fears nor scorn your doubts. Instead, I invite you to lay them down, to surrender them into the refuge I provide. Like a child who runs into a mother's arms after a frightful nightmare, come to me with your trembling confession. In your vulnerability, there is strength, for it brings you close to my heart, where true courage dwells. There's a secret waiting for you to uncover. Fear cannot coexist with trust perfected. Just as the seed must be buried in soil to become a towering tree, so your willingness to release anxiety into my care will root you in peace unimaginable. I do not promise the absence of difficulty. Storms often test what I have fashioned, but I do swear my presence to be the constant light piercing through every shadow. When your thoughts spiral into dark places, reach toward me in prayer. However faint your breath, each whispered plea is the lifeline I answer again and again. Doubt may whisper that you are alone, unseen, or unworthy of my care. Yet I crafted you with hands of love, inscribed your name upon the very fabric of creation, and breathed into you the breath of life. No shadow of uncertainty can erase that truth. When your heart questions the path, remember that faith is not a perfect certainty, but a choice to trust me in the unknown. I am weaving threads of purpose, hope, and redemption behind the scenes of silence and delay. Your doubts are not detours, but invitations to lean closer and discover the depth of my faithfulness. The anxiety that grips you like invisible chains will loosen as you invite me to be your refuge. You are not meant to carry this burden alone, nor is your struggle a mark of weakness. It is in your surrender that my strength is made perfect. Let your fears surface. Do not suppress them, but bring them before the throne of grace, where mercy flows without end. There, in that sacred encounter, you will find healing beyond what your mind can understand, and restoration that renews your spirit. I see the nights you lie awake, heart pounding, and mind racing with what-ifs. I hear the silent cries, the prayers uttered between tears. I am closer than your very breath, my love surrounding you like a shield against every assault of the enemy. Trust is the balm for your restless soul. Let it saturate your spirit until the anxiety loosens its grip and hope arises like the dawn breaking through darkness. Call upon me in those moments, not once or twice, but repeatedly, as the persistent widow pleads for justice, knowing that my response is both tender and sure. Know this, my dear, fear was never meant to be your master. It is a signal pointing you back to me, beckoning you to release, control, and rest. When doubt attempts to cloud your vision, remember you see through a glass dimly for now. I'm the light shining beyond the shadows, guiding your every step. Your journey through uncertainty is not a race, but a pilgrimage toward greater intimacy with me. Each moment of fear surrendered is a step deeper into my everlasting peace. Allow your heart to open fully, even with all its trembling, to the refuge I offer. Place your anxiety in my capable hands and trust that I am working all things together for your good. Faith blossoms in the soil of surrender. When you feel overwhelmed, whisper my name, for there is power in that simple act. It is the key that unlocks peace, the anchor that holds you fast in the storm. Will you hand me your fears today? Will you let your heart rest in my embrace, trusting that I am greater than every wave and shadow? Let this truth settle in you. You are deeply loved, fiercely protected, and eternally held. I am your fortress, your refuge, and your ever-present help in times of trouble. Lean into my strength and find the unshakable peace your soul longs for. Beloved child, my eyes have never left you, not even for a moment. While you were stumbling, I was guiding. While you were weeping, I was collecting every tear. While you questioned your worth, I was declaring your destiny. There is not one second of your life that has been hidden from me. Not one thought or fear I do not understand. And in all of it, your struggles, your doubts, your questions, I chose you still. I loved you still. I called you still. My calling is not fragile like human affection. It is rooted in eternal love that cannot be shaken. You've looked around and seen others rise while you remained hidden. You've wondered why the promises seemed to delay, why others received answers while you waited in silence. But I tell you now, what I am doing in you is deeper than surface success. I am laying foundations. I am building you not just for a moment, but for legacy. What I pour into you now is not just for your comfort, it is for the generations after you. Your obedience will bless children you've never met. Your prayers will unlock doors for souls you've never seen. You are part of a greater story, one that reaches beyond your imagination. There are seasons of suddenness, but there are also seasons of sowing. You are in a season of supernatural growth. Though it may seem invisible, like roots growing underground, my work is hidden but powerful. The depth of your struggle has prepared you for the height of your calling. I cannot pour new wine into old wineskins, so I've been renewing your vessel. I've been reshaping your mindset, realigning your heart, and refining your spirit. It's not rejection, it's transformation. It's not failure, it's formation. Trust the work I'm doing in the secret place, and now I speak this to your spirit. Don't be afraid of stretching. Don't fear the unknown. I am with you in every step you take. Your obedience will be the key to miracles. You don't have to understand everything to trust me. You just have to move. When I say move, when you step forward in faith, I will meet you with power. I will meet you with provision. I will meet you with favor that surrounds you like a shield. Stop rehearsing your weaknesses and replaying your past. Let go of the guilt you've carried far too long. My forgiveness is not a theory, it is reality. When I said it is finished, I meant it. Your debt was paid. Your shame was buried. Your sin was nailed to the cross, and I remember it no more. Stop punishing yourself for what I have already forgiven. Come boldly into my presence. You are covered. You are welcomed. You are mine. Yes, there are battles still ahead. Yes, the enemy still prowls. But hear me, he is defeated. You do not fight for victory, you fight from victory. You are seated with me in heavenly places. Your position is one of triumph. Speak my word, and it will not return void. Declare my promises, and they will accomplish what I intend. There is authority in your mouth, because my spirit lives in your heart. Don't shrink back. Don't second-guess the power I've placed within you. You were created for such a time as this. This world needs your light, it needs your voice, it needs your story. You are not here by accident. You were sent, you were assigned, you were ordained, and I will not let your purpose be stolen. Guard it, protect it, walk in it with reverence. This is holy ground, visible and valued. You are never unseen. My dear, come closer and listen to my whisper amidst the roaring storms of your heart. I know the ache that arises when you feel unseen, as though your cries dissolve into the emptiness and your presence is overlooked by those around you. In the vast tapestry I have woven, every thread matters. Every color and texture I have chosen with purpose. You are not invisible to me. Your essence glows brighter than any star in the night sky. Your longing to be seen, to be known, is etched into your soul because I made you to reflect my image. And I am a God who sees, who knows, who never forgets. There are seasons when silence surrounds you. The faces that once warmed your days grow distant, and the words that once comforted fall away into cold whispers, lost in the wind. In these moments, it may seem that abandonment has come to claim you. But my beloved, abandonment breaks my heart too. I am nearer than your nearest breath, even when your eyes struggle to perceive it. Think of the deepest ocean trenches where light cannot reach. Though darkness conceals, vast and unfathomable life thrives there. Life sustained by unseen currents and mysteries beneath the surface. So too does my life flow unseen in your depths, nurturing your spirit. Even when your surroundings feel void of recognition, the feeling of being unseen often comes from a place of deep vulnerability. It is as if you are standing in a crowded room trying desperately to shout, to connect. Yet all around you, faces blur and you become a ghost of yourself. Yet this ghost is the beautiful, tender space where I meet you. My gaze does not dismiss or glance unseeing. I pierce through the shadows, through your fears, your doubts, your guarded silence, to behold the real you. Wounded, radiant, aching, and hopeful all at once. This is how intimately I know you. Your pain is not invisible to me. It is a song I listen to even when you fall silent. Remember the tree standing alone in the valley under a gray sky. Though the storm rages and no one else seems to notice its steadfast roots, it holds firm because unseen waters nourish it and unseen winds strengthen its branches. So am I with you. Even when no one else stands by your side or seems to acknowledge your struggle, my life-giving spirit flows within you, unseen to the world, but undeniable in its power. Let this truth settle deeply in you. There is a divine presence that sees you fully, loves you without condition, and calls you treasured beyond measure. You must not mistake silence or solitude for neglect. In the fasting desert of the soul, I am preparing you. Just as the earth must sometimes lie fallow to receive rain and shed decay, your heart is in a sacred pause, a moment of divine pruning. This space, while aching, is fertile with unseen possibilities. It is where I am shaping strength in your spirit and softening hard places. The longing you feel for acknowledgement is a yearning I placed within you so that you would seek me above all else, trusting that my eyes never falter nor grow weary. My dear child, will you lay down your heavy cloak of invisibility? Will you surrender the exhausting need to prove your worth to fleeting eyes? There is a rest in my sight, a place where you can simply be. You are seen with all your scars and splendor, your silences and screams, your brokenness and your hope. My gaze is the truest recognition, one that does not require you to earn a moment, but welcomes you as inherently precious and infinitely loved. Let your soul breathe in this truth. Inhale it as the very air that sustains you, and exhale the desperate need to be noticed by others, to find peace in me. I know your heart beats with quiet dread, afraid that your story will echo into a void, never to be held or understood. But I am the keeper of every narrative, the one who binds the wound and writes beauty with the ink of mercy on every page of your life. To feel unseen is a season, not a sentence. It is the mantle of waiting before the dawn, a holy, silent stretch where intimacy grows beyond words. Will you believe me this time when I tell you that I'm not distant? That every tear you shed is gathered tenderly? Every whispered plea treasured by my heart? Consider the stars again, scattered like the eyes of heaven, countless and shining despite the vast loneliness of space. They appear solitary, yet are the radiant family of the night, connected by the invisible threads of my love and orchestration. So it is with you. Even in solitary struggle, your spirit pulses in unity with mine and with those I have set along your path. The times you feel overlooked are the hidden chapters where character is forged, faith is refined, and your soul learns to trust in my unwavering presence. My beloved, turn toward me fully. Reach through the veil of your isolation and place your hands in mine. Whatever you feel is unseen is already known. I have etched your name on the palms of my hands, marked you as mine forever. Your life is a sacred melody in the grand symphony of creation, indispensable and pure. Let your heart rise in the assurance that you belong, not to the fleeting recognition of this world, but to me who is eternal. If your heart is stirring even now, know that it is I who am beckoning you from the shadows into the warmth of my gaze. Do not turn away from this invitation. Step into the sacred truth that you are cherished, visible, and profoundly loved. You're never alone, never overlooked, never without purpose. Your story matters to me, and I am here always reaching for you, always seeing you, always holding you close. Your true identity, cherished and called, my beloved. As you stand now on the threshold of a deeper understanding, hear my voice woven into the fabric of your soul. The journey you have traveled has not been in vain. Each struggle, each moment of doubt or pain has been a stepping stone, placed with divine intention beneath your feet, so that you might ascend into the fullness I have prepared for you. You are not who you were yesterday, nor are you defined by what the world has whispered about you. You're mine, intricately woven with purpose, forged by love, and sanctified by grace. In the midst of the chaos that once seemed to define your reality, I have been your shelter and your song. I have been the quiet whisper in your storm, calling you back to a place of rest and trust. There is no darkness so thick that my light cannot penetrate it, no sorrow so deep that my healing cannot reach it. The truths you once doubted are the pillars that uphold your existence, and in me you find your identity. Not in what you have done or what you have endured, but in who I am and who I say you are. Cherished beyond measure, chosen before time began, and beloved beyond all understanding. I have shaped you according to a divine pattern, with fingerprints of heaven pressed upon your soul. There is an irrevocable imprint of my love that will never fade, no matter how far you have wandered or how often you have stumbled. When you feel unworthy, remember the cross, a symbol not of condemnation, but of infinite mercy. When accusations rise within, know that they have no place before my throne. For I see you purified through the sacrifice that redeems and makes you whole. Your purpose is neither hidden nor obscure. It has been whispered into your heart since the day of your first breath. Like a river carving its path through a rugged valley, purpose finds its way through barriers and resistance. If only you choose to flow with my currents instead of fighting against them. You are called to magnify my glory, to be a beacon of hope in a world longing for healing and light. Your destiny is woven with the threads of eternity, and every step forward draws you nearer to the unfolding of my grand masterpiece. Beloved, embrace the fullness of your belonging. You are grafted into a family whose roots delve deep into love everlasting. No former rejection or whispered abandonment can sever the covenant we share. I am your refuge, your anchor, your eternal home. In your moments of solitude, I am present. In your times of joy, I delight alongside you. In your seasons of uncertainty, I guide with unwavering faithfulness. You do not walk alone. Every breath you take is breathed into you by my sustaining hand. The landscape of your heart may have seen storms, but it has also been a garden where I plant seeds of hope, nurture resilience, and cultivate beauty. Let this truth settle deeply within you today. You are the beloved of the Most High God, fashioned with infinite care, imbued with divine purpose, and embraced with unending love. There is no need to fear the future or regret the past, because you are held securely in the palm of my hand. Now, as you move forward from this sacred place, carry with you the unshakable conviction that you belong eternally to me. Allow this divine assurance to breathe courage into your every endeavor, strength into your every weakness, and peace into your every fear. Rest in the knowledge that your story is forever entwined with mine, that you are counted precious, and that nothing can diminish the love I pour out upon you. If your heart is moved by this truth, let it awaken a new depth of trust and commitment within you. Let your spirit rise with the certainty of my promises and the celebration of your true identity. Step boldly into the light I provide, knowing that your life reflects the glory of my compassion and the power of my redemption. Amen. I invite you, my dear child, to hold fast to this message in the sanctuary of your heart. Save it, share it, return to it often when doubts arise or weariness settles. Let my words be a river of life flowing through your days, reminding you forever that you are mine and I am forever yours. A holy shift, your story transformed. My beloved child, listen to me now with every fiber of your soul, for I, your Father, speak directly to the depths of your being. I know the weariness in your bones and the sighs that never leave your lips. I feel the ache of your heart that longs for peace, for healing, for assurance. But hear me, I am here. I have come to you not in a whisper, but in a resounding wave of love that shakes the very foundation of your doubt. You are not alone. You have never been forgotten. My presence has hovered over your life since before your first breath. My spirit surrounds you even now as you read these words. Receive this moment as sacred, for I have appointed it as a turning point in your life. You are breathing in more than air. You are inhaling the very breath of my spirit. Feel the weight of my presence as I rest upon you like a mantle of light. I am pouring out my joy, my delight, my divine gladness over your soul. That deep sorrow, the hidden regrets, the pain you buried long ago, I am lifting it from your shoulders. Yes, even the shame, the guilt that once made you tremble before me is being washed away, for I have already paid the price for every one of your failures. My forgiveness is not partial, it is complete. My blood speaks louder than your mistakes. Today marks a holy shift. You're not merely being comforted, you are being transformed. Where there was once fear, I am planting courage. Where there was bitterness, I am sowing sweetness. Where darkness once loomed, my glory now shines. Lift up your hands to the heavens and feel the rain of my blessing fall. Let your hair be drenched, your clothes soaked with my goodness until you are overwhelmed. But do not carry those burdens any longer. Release them. Give them to me. and in exchange, receive my radiant glory that changes everything it touches. You have waited for this moment, perhaps without knowing it. You have longed for something greater, and I, the God of redemption, declare to you, this is the hour. This is the appointed time when your story shifts, when your past is healed and your stolen inheritance is returned. Look up, see yourself as I see you, renewed, radiant, redeemed, no longer bound, no longer broken, but rebuilt on the foundation of my love and promise. You are becoming unrecognizable even to yourself. A new creation is emerging from the ashes. Others will look at you and know there is something heavenly about you. Even the forces of darkness will retreat, knowing you now carry the mark of my power. Do not be surprised if some oppose you. Their hatred and fear are not against you, but against what you now represent. They see the light in you, and it reminds them of their defeat. But do not fear. I, the Lord of hosts, fight for you, your family. Yes, those for whom you've wept in secret, they shall see victory too. The enemy that tormented you will be crushed beneath your feet. They will rise against you no more. And if you believe in Christianity, kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. I am anointing you like a vessel of pure healing oil. I am holding you in my hands and tenderly pouring out upon you blessings too numerous to count. Think, child. Imagine the lives you will touch, the people you will heal, the hope you will spread. Your life will overflow with purpose and power. New friendships will bloom in your garden. Your character will shine with joy. Doors will open because of the grace I have placed upon you. And when you speak, your words will carry life and hope. You will be my mouthpiece. No longer will shame silence you. You will speak of the one who lifts, who strengthens, who loves unconditionally, and your words will heal others as they have healed you. Never forget the cross, my sacrifice. My blood was poured out not only to forgive but to cleanse you continually. I rejoice in being your father, delight in being my child. Your offspring will inherit the promise. Your legacy will be vast as the sand of the sea. I am the same God who loved you yesterday. My love today burns even stronger. Your future is secured in my hand. But I ask again, trust me. Do not ignore this word. Do not belittle this moment. I have chosen the humble to carry my voice. And through these words I say to you, I am good, infinitely good. I always have been. I will always be. I authored your faith and will perfect it. With my own hands I laid the foundations of the universe, set the stars in their place, shaped the galaxies, and designed the elements to sustain your life. From dust you came, and to dust your body shall return. But your spirit is eternal, awaiting its clothing of glory. In the blink of an eye, I will transform your temporary, fragile form into an incorruptible one. And together we shall stand, warriors against the darkness, bearing the banner of my righteousness. Prepare your soul, for a day is coming when you shall reign with me. Until then, persevere. Don't stop praying. Seek me with all your heart. Say it now with your own lips. I will love you always, Lord. I hear your voice. I feel your yearning. And right now I pour over your soul the oil of peace, the covering of my spirit. The desperation that once strangled you is gone. No room remains for anxiety. You came weary, and I honor that. You came honestly, and I receive that. You knelt before me, and I pour on your head the oil of divine calm. I command you, be strong. Don't be afraid. Don't grow weary. Your prayers have reached my throne, and their answers are on the way. This battle will end soon. You will see the victory, I promise. But don't stop now. The enemy would have you believe I've abandoned you, but I've never been closer. If you stop here, you'll believe a lie. You'll think my promises were empty. But I urge you, trust me. I am holding you in this very battle. You may be tired, but don't give up now. The walls are shaking, the barriers are cracking. Keep walking, keep fighting, keep believing. Behind every hardship, I've hidden miracles just for you. This is only the beginning, my child. The journey ahead is rich with my glory. Keep your eyes on me. I have more to show you. Now go. Let this word rest deep within your soul as I continue to pour revelation into your spirit. You haven't come this far by chance, my beloved. Every step, every season, every tear you've shed has been counted and collected by me. I know how often you've questioned if your prayers have truly reached the heavens, if your cries have echoed back unanswered. But I tell you now with unwavering truth, I have heard every word. I have seen every sleepless night. I have felt every trembling breath, and none of it has been in vain. I've stored each one like treasure, because to me, your heart is precious beyond measure. What you thought was silence was me preparing the response in ways you could not yet see. Let me speak to the part of you that feels forgotten, the silent ache, the hidden fear, the buried disappointment. I am shining my light into those dark corners. I am awakening dreams that once lay dormant. I'm reviving hope that had withered in the frost of despair. I'm your God, not only in moments of triumph, but in the waiting, the wondering, the wilderness. I'm with you in the quiet valleys as much as in the thunder of breakthrough. Trust me when I say I never left. I never looked away. Even when you walked through shadowy places, I walked beside you, holding your hand, though you didn't feel it. Today, I am renewing your vision. I am restoring your focus. You will no longer live enslaved to confusion or fear. I am wiping the film from your eyes so you can see clearly, not just the path ahead, but who you are in me. You are not weak, not broken beyond repair. You are chosen. You are strong, not because of your own might, but because of my spirit living within you. You are filled with power, not of this world, but from above. That power will drive out every lingering fear and ignite a fire within you that no adversity can extinguish. Let go of the identity the world tried to place on you, the words spoken over you in anger, the labels you accepted in shame, the doubts planted by people who never saw your worth. None of them define you. I alone define you, and I call you mine. I call you holy. I call you redeemed, beloved, radiant. You are the light of the world because you carry my light. You are salt in a tasteless world because my spirit seasons your soul with truth and wisdom. Walk with your head lifted, not in pride, but in the confidence of knowing whose you are. Your past no longer has authority over your future. I have erased the records of wrongs. I have broken the chains of generational pain. I have silenced the curses and reversed the destruction. From this moment on, you will rise, not by striving, but by surrender. Your strength will be in your stillness, in your quiet trust, in your steadfast devotion. This is the way of those I call my children. This is the way of the kingdom I placed inside your heart. And yes, I have entrusted you with influence, not so you may be elevated, but so you may lift others. I have blessed you so that through you blessings will flow into homes, into cities, into nations. I am placing within you words of life, words that heal, words that break the yoke of despair. When you speak, hearts will open. When you pray, chains will fall. When you love, walls will crumble. For this is the power of my spirit at work in you. Don't underestimate the impact of your faithfulness. The enemy tries to convince you that your obedience doesn't matter, that your prayers are small, your efforts unseen. But I say to you, every act of obedience echoes in eternity. Every moment of trust causes a shift in the unseen realm. You are building a legacy not with bricks but with faith, and what you build will outlast the storms because it is anchored in me. I am realigning your soul. No longer will you be tossed by emotions or paralyzed by uncertainty. You will walk in peace, not the fragile peace the world gives, but the deep, unshakable peace that comes only from my spirit. You will speak with authority, not to prove yourself, but to proclaim my truth. You will move with boldness, not because you've figured everything out, but because you trust me, who holds all things together. And I will go before you. I will clear the path of hidden traps and silent threats. I will prepare hearts to receive your words. I will raise up allies who carry my heart, people who will stand with you, pray with you, and run with you. You are not alone in this mission. I am building a family around you, brothers and sisters in the faith who know my voice and love my presence. Let this promise rest in your spirit. I will never send you empty-handed. When I call, I also equip. When I send, I also provide. You are not lacking. Even when your resources seem scarce, remember this: I am your source. I am your provider. My storehouses are not subject to recession or limitation. You will always have enough when you trust in me. Not only enough for you, but enough to bless others, to give freely, to sow generously, to reflect my abundance. I take pleasure in your prosperity, not for vanity, but for testimony. I bless you so others may see that I am a good father. I exalt you not to glorify you, but to reveal myself through you. So walk humbly, carry this gift with reverence, steward my blessings with integrity. Let your life be a window through which others see my glory. Every part of you, your talents, your pain, your past, your passion, can be used by me. There is nothing wasted. Even your failures will become seeds of wisdom for others. Your scars will testify of healing. Your trials will produce patience and strength. I am the God who redeems all things. What was meant for harm, I turn for good. What the enemy tried to steal, I will return 100-fold. Stay close to me. Abide in my word. Let your roots grow deep, and your branches will bear fruit in every season. You will not wither. You will not fall. You will stand, flourish, and testify of my goodness. I have called you for such a time as this, and I will complete every work I have started in you, child of my heart. There is a fire I have placed within you that shall not go out. It may have flickered during the storms, it may have dimmed beneath the weight of your burdens, but I, the eternal flame, breathe upon it now and command it to blaze again. This fire is not born of your own strength. It is divine. It is holy. It comes from my spirit, and nothing in this world can extinguish what I have ignited in you. You are not forgotten, embers but a living torch, and I will use you to light the way for many who walk in darkness. You have looked at your hands and wondered what they could possibly offer. You've questioned your voice, doubted your worth, hesitated to believe that you are worthy of this call. But I remind you, did I not choose Moses, who doubted his speech? Did I not use David, a shepherd overlooked by men but chosen by me to be king? Did I not lift up Mary, humble and unknown, to carry the Savior of the world? I have always chosen the unlikely, the underestimated, the ordinary, to carry out my extraordinary plans. You are no different. I have chosen you. It is time to stop measuring your potential by human standards. You are filled with divine purpose. You carry eternity in your spirit. I knit you together for greatness, not greatness as the world defines it, but a greatness that echoes in heaven. Your kindness, your obedience, your hidden sacrifices, they are more powerful than you know. I see what others miss. I reward what others overlook. You are seen, you are known, you are cherished. Now listen carefully, for I am assigning you a sacred task. Guard your heart. The enemy knows he cannot take your calling, so he will attempt to poison your heart. He will whisper lies to make you bitter. He will use disappointment to sow seeds of resentment, but you must resist. Keep your heart pure. Speak blessings when others curse. Choose love when others choose revenge. Walk in humility when pride beckons. Forgive quickly. Love deeply. Don't let your heart become hardened, for it is through a tender heart that my spirit flows. And remember this: your battle is not against flesh and blood. Those who oppose you are not your true enemies. There are spiritual forces at work attempting to derail you. But I have given you authority. You're not defenseless. You're clothed in righteousness. You're armed with my word. You carry a shield of faith and a sword sharper than any human weapon. Use them. Declare my promises. Rebuke the darkness. Speak life into dead places. There's power in your praise, authority in your voice, and victory in your perseverance. Even now, I'm surrounding you with angelic hosts. They are ministering spirits sent to serve you because you are an heir of salvation. They go before you. They guard your home. They battle where you cannot see. You are not vulnerable. You're protected. You're not wandering. You're guided. I am your shepherd, and I lead you beside still waters. I restore your soul daily. When you walk through the valley of the shadow of death, you will not fear, for I am with you. My rod and my staff, they comfort and defend you. You have asked for signs, for confirmations, for clarity, and I will answer. I will make the path clear. But understand this. Sometimes I ask you to walk by faith, not because I want to hide the way, but because I want you to trust the one who leads. Your obedience will open doors that no man can shut. Your surrender will unlock blessings beyond your imagination. Don't wait for perfection to obey. Don't delay until everything makes sense. Move when I say move. Go where I send you. I will provide as you walk. Provision follows obedience. You have entered a new season. The old things are passing away, and I am doing something new. It springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland. Your dry places will overflow. Your barren fields will bloom. Your empty hands will be filled, and your weary heart will dance again. I will turn your mourning into dancing. I will clothe you with joy. I will anoint your head with oil, and your cup will overflow. There is nothing you've lost that I cannot restore. There is no wound I cannot heal. There is no dream too dead for resurrection. I specialize in the impossible. I breathe life into dry bones. I call things that are not as though they were. You may have given up on yourself, but I never did. I have waited for this moment. I have waited for you to believe again. I have waited for your yes, not a perfect yes, but a surrendered one. That's all I need to do wonders through you. Your voice will echo with authority. Your touch will carry healing. Your eyes will shine with hope. People will see me in you, and they will be drawn not to your talent, but to my spirit alive within you. You will point them to me. You will testify of my goodness. You will proclaim my faithfulness, and many will come to know me because of your obedience. So now rise, step into your calling, walk boldly into your destiny. Heaven is cheering you on. I, the Lord your God, am walking with you, and I have not brought you this far to leave you now. I will finish what I started. I will complete the work I began in you. This is your time. This is your moment. This is your divine assignment, my precious one. As you continue to walk with me, know that I am not only shaping your destiny, but also renewing your very identity. The world tried to name you, tried to call you weak, broken, unworthy. But I, the one who created you in secret, have always known your true name. I call you victorious. I call you beloved. I call you chosen. You are not who your failures say you are. You are not the sum of your mistakes. You are who I say you are, and I declare that you are holy, redeemed, and set apart for my glory. Don't look to the mirror of human opinion to find your worth. Look to me. I am the only reflection that will never distort your beauty. In my eyes, you shine brighter than the stars I scattered across the night sky. When I see you, I see the sacrifice of my Son fulfilled. I see the spirit I poured into your heart. I see the destiny written on your life before time began. And I say again, there is greatness inside you because I dwell in you. You've asked, why me? And I answer, because I love you. Not because of what you've done, but because of who I am. My love is not based on your performance. It is anchored in my character. I loved you at your worst. I stayed when others left. I believed in your future when you could only see your past. My love is relentless, pursuing, unfailing. Nothing you do can make me love you more, and nothing you've done can make me love you less. You are mine forever. Mine. I want you to stop running from the pain. Bring it to me. Those wounds you've been hiding, let me touch them. I don't turn away from your brokenness, I reach for it. I long to heal you, not just on the outside, but deep in your soul. I see the parts of you that still bleed, the rejection that stings, the betrayal that lingers, the words that cut and still echo in your mind. Come, let me hold you. Let me speak truth over you. You're not forsaken. You're not forgotten. You're deeply loved. There is no shame in your healing. There is only grace. My grace is not fragile, it is fierce. It breaks chains, lifts burdens, and restores dignity. You are not disqualified. Your story is not over. In fact, I'm just beginning. The pages ahead are filled with promise, not because life will be easy, but because I will be with you. I don't promise a path without trial, but I promise victory through every trial. I will never leave you to fight alone. I am your shield, your defender, your ever-present help. Even in your silence, I am speaking. Even in your stillness, I am working. Even in your confusion, I am guiding. Trust me with what you don't understand. Give me your questions, and I will give you peace. Some answers come with time, some come with eternity. But my presence is your portion now, and in my presence there is fullness of joy. You will not be stuck in this valley forever. I am lifting you out. I am placing your feet upon a rock. I am expanding your vision. No longer will you see through the lens of fear. You will see through the lens of faith. You will declare things before they come to pass. You will walk into rooms and change atmospheres, not because of who you are, but because of who I am in you. Don't be afraid of the future. I hold it, I wrote it, and I walk ahead of you, making crooked paths straight. I have not brought you into this season to abandon you. I have brought you to bless you, to stretch you, to mature you, to show you parts of my heart you've never known. You asked for more of me, and I am answering by refining you, by purging what is not of me, by drawing you deeper. It's not punishment, it's preparation. I'm preparing you for things too great for your current capacity. That's why the stretching feels painful. But trust the process. You will come out stronger, purer, and more anointed. And while I am working in you, I'm also working for you. Behind the scenes, I'm orchestrating divine connections. I'm arranging divine appointments. I'm opening doors no man can shut and closing doors that would have led to destruction. What you thought was delay was my divine protection. What you saw as rejection was my redirection. My timing is perfect. Wait on me, and you will see the harvest you've been sowing for in tears. I have not forgotten a single seed. Every act of kindness, every prayer whispered in faith, every silent surrender, it has not been wasted. I am the God who sees in secret and rewards openly. I will honor your faith, I will vindicate your obedience. I will cause your enemies to watch as I bless you beyond measure. And when they ask how, you will say, "The Lord did it." This is not just a new chapter, it is a new book. I'm rewriting your story with grace as the ink and purpose as the plot. There will be beauty for ashes, joy for mourning, praise for heaviness, and through it all, my name will be glorified. People will know that I am real because of your life, because of your testimony, because you didn't give up. So don't stop now. Keep believing, keep pressing, keep hoping, keep loving, keep praising. Your breakthrough is closer than you think, and I am right here cheering, championing, covering you with unfailing love. Beloved child, my eyes have never left you, not even for a moment. While you were stumbling, I was guiding. While you were weeping, I was collecting every tear. While you questioned your worth, I was declaring your destiny. There is not one second of your life that has been hidden from me, not one thought or fear I do not understand. And in all of it, your struggles, your doubts, your questions, I chose you still. I loved you still. I called you still. My calling is not fragile like human affection. It is rooted in eternal love that cannot be shaken. You've looked around and seen others rise while you remained hidden. You've wondered why the promises seemed to delay, why others received answers while you waited in silence. But I tell you now, What I am doing in you is deeper than surface success. I am laying foundations. I am building you not just for a moment, but for legacy. What I pour into you now is not just for your comfort, it is for the generations after you. Your obedience will bless children you've never met. Your prayers will unlock doors for souls you've never seen. You are part of a greater story, one that reaches beyond your imagination. There are seasons of suddenness, but there are also seasons of sowing. You are in a season of supernatural growth. Though it may seem invisible, like roots growing underground, my work is hidden but powerful. The depth of your struggle has prepared you for the height of your calling. I cannot pour new wine into old wineskins. So, I've been renewing your vessel. I've been reshaping your mindset, realigning your heart, and refining your spirit. It's not rejection, it's transformation. It's not failure, it's formation. Trust the work I'm doing in the secret place. And now I speak this to your spirit. Don't be afraid of stretching. Don't fear the unknown. I am with you in every step you take. Your obedience will be the key to miracles. You don't have to understand everything to trust me. You just have to move. When I say move, when you step forward in faith, I will meet you with power. I will meet you with provision. I will meet you with favor that surrounds you like a shield. Stop rehearsing your weaknesses and replaying your past. Let go of the guilt you've carried far too long. My forgiveness is not a theory, it is reality. When I said, "It is finished," I meant it. Your debt was paid, your shame was buried, your sin was nailed to the cross, and I remember it no more. Stop punishing yourself for what I have already forgiven. Come boldly into my presence. You are covered, you are welcomed, you are mine. Yes, there are battles still ahead. Yes, the enemy still prowls, but hear me. He is defeated. You do not fight for victory. You fight from victory. You are seated with me in heavenly places. Your position is one of triumph. Speak my word, and it will not return void. Declare my promises, and they will accomplish what I intend. There is authority in your mouth, because my spirit lives in your heart. Don't shrink back. Don't second-guess the power I've placed within you. You were created for such a time as this. This world needs your light, it needs your voice, it needs your story. You are not here by accident, you were sent, you were assigned, you were ordained, and I will not let your purpose be stolen. Guard it, protect it, walk in it with reverence. This is holy ground. While others look for recognition, I call you to intimacy. While others chase applause, I call you to quiet places where my spirit whispers. It is in the stillness that I speak secrets. It is in worship that I unlock wisdom. It is in surrender that I pour out power. Don't envy those who seem to rise quickly. Many are elevated without depth, but you, child of my heart, you are being rooted so that you can carry the weight of glory. Let me remind you, your success is not measured by numbers, titles, or wealth. It is measured by obedience. When you say yes to me, even in the little things, heaven rejoices. When you love when it's hard, when you forgive when it hurts, when you give when it costs, those are the acts that shake the heavens. And I see everyone. I am proud of you. Yes, I, your Father, am proud. Even when you feel small, even when you think you've failed, I am proud. Not because you're perfect, but because you keep coming back. You keep showing up. You keep believing. That faith, that mustard seed, moves mountains. It moves my heart. And because of it, I will do what eyes have not seen and ears have not heard. You are not a victim, you are a victor. You are not abandoned, you are accompanied. You are not forgotten, you are favored. My angels encamp around you. My spirit empowers you. My word equips you. There is nothing missing in you. Everything you need I have already placed inside of you. It's time to rise. It's time to believe. It's time to walk as the child of God you are. Don't delay. Don't hesitate. The doors are opening. The way is being made. Walk through boldly. Walk through joyfully. I go before you. I walk beside you. I follow behind you. You are never alone, and you never will be. My child, you stand on the threshold of divine promise, and I do not desire for you to waver. I see how the past has tried to haunt you, how old fears knock on the door of your mind, whispering that nothing will change, that joy is just a dream. But hear me, those voices do not come from me. I am not the author of fear, confusion, or despair. I am the God of hope, of clarity, of transformation. And I have come again to remind you, this is not the end. It is the beginning of something holy, something unstoppable, something marked by my hand. You were not created to remain in cycles of defeat. You were made to break them. You were born for freedom. I did not breathe life into you for you to walk in circles. I destined you to ascend, to climb, to conquer. There are altars of discouragement the enemy tried to build in your mind, but I am tearing them down and replacing them with altars of praise. I am renewing your thoughts, sanctifying your imagination, and filling your mind with visions of possibility. What once overwhelmed you will now inspire you. Where you once froze in fear, you will move in faith. Many people wait for signs before moving, but I say unto you, faith is the sign. When your heart stirs and your spirit knows that I am speaking, let that be enough. Obedience is the door through which miracles enter. I am not calling you to walk by sight, but by spirit. Trust me, I have never failed you. Even when you didn't understand my timing, even when you couldn't trace my hand, I was working, and I am working still. The distractions, the delays, the detours, they have not destroyed your destiny. They may have slowed your pace, but they could never cancel what I have ordained. I am not anxious about your life, and you don't need to be either. Everything is still in my hands. The promises I made are still alive. My word never returns empty. I am not a man that I should lie. What I began in you, I will bring to completion. Trust the process. Rest in my promises. Rejoice in my faithfulness. You have wondered whether you are worthy of such blessings, whether someone like you could truly be used by a holy God. And I tell you yes, not because you're perfect, but because you are surrendered. It's not your strength I'm after, it's your availability. I can do more with your broken yes than with someone else's perfect performance. It's your heart I desire, not your perfection. Your willingness is the vessel for my power. Let me fill you again. There are mantles of ministry, gifts of healing, rivers of anointing that I am ready to pour out upon you. Not for your glory, but for mine. Not to make you famous, but to make me known. You will see me move in ways you've never imagined. You will lay hands on the sick, and they will recover. You will speak life over the broken, and they will rise. You will walk through dry places and watch flowers bloom. Because wherever you go, my spirit goes with you. But with the mantle comes responsibility. You must remain humble. You must stay connected to me. Apart from me, you can do nothing. Intimacy with me must be your highest priority. The secret place is where your strength is forged. Don't let busyness rob you of communion. Guard your mornings. Honor your nights. Let your soul be refreshed in my presence daily. I don't want a visitation. I want habitation. I don't want weekend worship. I want daily devotion. I will begin to speak more clearly to you. My voice will grow familiar. You will no longer wonder, was that God? You will know. My sheep know my voice, and I am teaching you to listen, not with your ears alone, but with your spirit. My whispers will become your compass. My word will become your sword. My peace will become your guide. And yes, your family is watching. Many of them have yet to believe, but through you, they will see me. Through your joy, through your strength, through your unwavering faith, they will know that I am real. Don't worry about how to convince them. Just love them, pray for them, live the truth. I will do the rest. Salvation is coming to your household. Chains are breaking, patterns are shifting. My spirit is invading your lineage. Generational curses are being overturned. The story is changing, not just for you, but for those who come after you. You're becoming a pillar, a lighthouse, a shelter in the storm for others. I have entrusted you with this because I see what's in you, even when you don't. I see the resilience, the compassion, the courage. I see the faith that flickers but never dies. I see the heart that breaks yet keeps beating for me. That is what I delight in. That is why I chose you. Like and share the video if you have trust in the words of the God. Subscribe to the channel if you love Jesus. So don't give in to discouragement. Don't let weariness silence your praise. Sing even when it's hard. Praise even when it hurts. Dance even when you feel broken. Because your praise is a weapon. Your joy is resistance. Your worship invites my glory. And where my glory is, there's freedom. This is your inheritance. Freedom, favor, purpose. You are walking into it, one step at a time. I am not in a hurry. I'm in control. Trust me, my beloved. I want you to pause and feel the weight of these words. You are not who the world says you are. You are who I declare you to be. And I say you are my child, my chosen, my delight. I see the very core of your soul, and still, I love you completely. There is nothing hidden from me. Yet nothing in you repels me. I draw near, not in spite of your humanity, but because of it. I came in flesh to redeem every part of your brokenness. I've touched your pain with my own scars and declared, it is finished. You don't need to earn my affection. It has always been freely given. I know how weary your soul has become. You've held the line in storms that nearly drowned you. You've smiled when you were crumbling inside. You've spoken faith when fear clawed at your heart, and I have watched every moment with eyes full of mercy and pride. Your endurance has not gone unnoticed. Your faithfulness has not been forgotten. Though the world may overlook your battles, I, your God, have been fighting alongside you. I have sent angels to minister to you when your strength was gone. I have whispered truth in the night when the lies became too loud. I have held you when you thought you would fall. Child, don't you see? You have already conquered more than you realize. The strength you think you lack has been displayed each time you chose to believe. Each time you refused to give up, each time you cried and still said, I trust you. That is the strength that moves heaven. That is the power that shakes hell. That is the proof of my spirit within you. So now I am pouring a fresh anointing over you, an anointing of ease where the things that once drained you will be done in peace. An anointing of joy where your laughter will return. An anointing of breakthrough where the walls that resisted you for years will now crumble. You've looked ahead and seen obstacles. I say to you, look again. Those are not obstacles. They are opportunities for me to show my glory. I never ask you to fight battles that I have not already won. The victories are written. The triumph is sealed. Your job is not to figure it all out. It is to trust, to obey, to remain. You will see me do the impossible, not because of who you are, but because of who I am through you. Your faith in me unlocks the supernatural. Lift up your eyes. Look beyond your current circumstances. There is a higher reality, the realm of my kingdom, and it is within you. That means you are never limited to what you can see with human eyes. You walk by faith. You are a vessel of heaven on earth. When you speak in my name, chains break. When you declare my promises, angels are dispatched. When you pray with passion, things shift in the spirit. Don't minimize the power I've placed in you. You carry eternity. You carry my presence. You carry my authority. And you're not just called to survive. You're called to lead, to pioneer, to blaze trails in places others were too afraid to go. I have given you boldness, not for pride, but for purpose. I have placed inside you a lion's roar, and I will use it to awaken the sleeping, to gather the broken, to tear down strongholds. You are more than a conqueror because I, the Almighty, dwell within you. Your presence in a place shifts the atmosphere. Your prayers break barriers. Your worship opens heavens. Don't underestimate who you are when you are walking with me, but be vigilant. The more you shine, the more the enemy will try to dim your light. not through grand battles, but through distractions, discouragement, doubt. Guard your time, guard your heart, guard your joy. Don't waste energy on battles that aren't yours. Stay focused on the assignment. I will deal with your critics, I will silence the accusers, I will expose every lie spoken against you. You don't need to defend yourself, I will be your defender. You just keep obeying, keep loving, keep serving. Your consistency is your weapon. Your character is your strength. Your humility is your covering. I bless the lowly, the meek, the sincere. I raise up those who don't chase the spotlight, but chase after me. And because you have chosen the narrow path, I will reward you openly. The elevation will come not because you demanded it, but because you carried it in secret with honor. The promotion will come not as a surprise to heaven, but as a fulfillment of what I always planned. Don't fear the unknown. The future is not a threat to you, it's a promise. A promise I made before you ever took your first breath. My plans for you are good. They are full of hope. They are saturated with purpose. And even when the road ahead looks foggy, walk on. I go before you. I am in your future. I have already prepared provision for every step. There is nothing you will need that I have not already supplied. I am not trying to bless you. I already have. You are walking into what I've already finished. So go forward boldly. Speak life even when surrounded by death. Declare victory even in the face of battle. Worship loudly even when it feels like nothing is changing. That is the sound of faith. That is the sound of a child who knows their father never fails. That is the sound I respond to, and I will not delay. My hand is moving. My heart is full. My spirit is ready to flow through you like never before. Stay ready. Stay open. Stay connected. For what comes next will exceed your prayers, your plans, and even your wildest dreams. My beloved, as the dawn approaches and your spirit begins to sense the winds of change, I want you to know this is not just a new beginning. This is divine acceleration. I am shortening the distance between your prayers and my answers. I'm closing the gap between your faith and the fulfillment of every promise I've made. Things that once took years will now take days. Doors that once stayed locked will swing open without effort. Where you saw resistance, you will now find favor. Where you encountered delay, you will now encounter divine momentum. Because your heart has remained pure, because your spirit has remained faithful, I am doing what only I can do. You may ask, why now, Lord? And I say to you, because now you are ready. You weren't being punished in the waiting, you were being prepared. I was fortifying your character so that when the blessing arrived, you would not be destroyed by it. Many fall not from lack of calling, but from lack of readiness. But you, my child, have endured the hidden training. You have learned to trust me in the dark. You have praised me when the answers tarried. And now I say, it is time. It is time for fruit to bloom from the seeds you thought had died. You have cried tears over dreams that seemed buried, but I never let them die. I was protecting them. Some dreams must be hidden in the soil, away from exposure, away from the harshness of the world, so that their roots can grow deep. That way, when they spring forth, nothing will be able to shake them. This is the season when you will see those dreams rise from the earth, green with hope and crowned in my favor. What others called impossible, I call inevitable. What the world said was too late, I declare right on time. You must know that your joy is returning, not as a fleeting emotion, but as a firm foundation. The joy I give is your strength. It will carry you through every assignment I place before you. Joy will be your fuel. Joy will be your compass. Joy will be your testimony. And that joy is rising now. Can you feel it? It bubbles beneath your worship. It awakens in your gratitude. It strengthens you as you lift your hands and say, I still believe. That joy is me. I am the source, and I live within you. You've been asking for answers, but what you truly need is revelation. Answers satisfy the mind, but revelation transforms the heart. And I am releasing revelation now. revelation of my goodness, of your identity, of your calling. You will see with new eyes, you will speak with new authority, you will walk with new boldness. Because when you understand who you are in me, fear loses its grip, doubt loses its voice, insecurity loses its power. You're not an orphan. I have adopted you. You are not a servant. I call you friend. You are not a wanderer. I have ordered your steps. I know the details you worry about, the finances, the future, the loved ones still struggling in darkness. And I say to you, release them to me. I am their God too. I am working on their hearts. I am placing people in their paths. I am speaking in their dreams. Your prayers are like incense before my throne. They are powerful and they are producing results even when you cannot yet see them. Don't grow weary in intercession. Your prayers are pushing back the darkness. Your faith is shifting atmospheres. You have authority in your home. You have spiritual jurisdiction. Speak peace over your house. Anoint your children. Declare my word in every room. Let praise be the sound that fills your walls. Where my presence dwells, no evil can remain. The enemy trembles where worship rises. And I have made your home a sanctuary, a dwelling place for my spirit. Guard it, protect it. Let it be a place of healing, rest, and miracles. I am placing a double portion of discernment upon you. No longer will deception find a place in your heart. You will see through lies. You will recognize manipulation. You will sense danger before it comes. This is not paranoia. It is spiritual insight. I am training your ears to hear even my whispers and your heart to follow even my smallest promptings. You will be led by my spirit in all things. You will walk in wisdom that surpasses your years. Others will come to you for guidance, not because you are perfect, but because you are surrendered. Prepare for divine encounters. People will cross your path who are desperate for me, and you will carry the answer. Your story will unlock their hope. Your voice will remind them of my truth. Your love will break their walls. Be ready, for I'm sending you into harvest fields, white and ready. The time for reaping is now. The time for boldness is now. The time for miracles is now. And when fear tries to rise, remember who goes before you. I am the Lord of hosts, the King of glory, the one who parts seas and shatters chains. There is no power above me, no force beyond me, no enemy that can stand against me. And I dwell within you. So fear not. Walk in faith. Speak in faith. Live in faith. Every step you take is protected. Every word you speak is anointed. Every day you rise is a victory. Celebrate, child, not just for what has come, but for what is on the way. Heaven is not silent. Heaven is not distant. Heaven is moving, and you are in the flow of my will. Keep praising, keep expecting, keep preparing, my child. The season you are entering is not only one of restoration, but of multiplication. What once was little will become much. What once was scattered will be gathered. What once was broken will be made whole and then multiplied. I am not just returning what you lost, I am adding abundance to it. Because I am a generous Father, not limited by human measure, not constrained by earthly timelines. My storehouses are overflowing, and I delight in blessing those who believe. You believed through the drought. You held on during the storm, and now I release the rain. I have watched you sow in tears. I have watched you give when it hurt, serve when you were weary, praise when you were in pain. You thought no one saw, but I did. And I recorded every act of obedience in my book of remembrance. And now harvest is coming. Not a harvest of coincidence, but one of covenant. I keep my promises. I honor those who honor me. You will reap in joy what you sowed in sacrifice. The field is ripe. The reaping angels are already moving. You will gather blessings in both hands. This outpouring is not only for you, it is for those around you. Your cup will overflow, not to waste, but to pour into others. I will use you to bless, to restore, to build, to awaken. You will carry my presence into places that have never known light. Your words will carry healing to the broken. Your hands will be my hands, extending compassion, releasing miracles, offering hope where there once was none. You will become a fountain of grace because you have drunk deeply from the waters of my mercy. Don't question whether you are capable. You are not walking in your own strength. I am clothing you in my power. You are wrapped in my favor. What seemed impossible before will now be natural because my spirit is upon you. Tasks that once wore you down will now energize you. Conversations that once terrified you will now flow with wisdom and boldness. The very atmosphere around you will change because you carry the authority of heaven. My spirit in you is your strength, your confidence, your guide. Even as I elevate you, remain anchored. Keep your heart low before me. Remember who you are and whose you are. Don't allow success to distract you from intimacy. The platform is not your source. The secret place is. The applause of people is fleeting, but my affirmation is eternal. Stay humble, and I will exalt you. Stay dependent, and I will sustain you. Stay devoted, and I will continue to reveal greater measures of my glory. Your influence will grow, but so will your responsibility. I'm calling you to steward what I'm giving you with integrity. Protect the anointing. Guard your purity. Be careful what you allow into your spirit. Don't entertain voices that contradict my word. Stay rooted in truth. Stay submitted to my voice. I will speak clearly, and you will know what is of me and what is not. I will guide you in every decision. Trust my leading. I'm also healing your emotions. The wounds left by betrayal, abandonment, and disappointment are being mended. You will no longer carry the residue of pain. I'm cleansing the inner parts of your soul. Where you once reacted out of fear, you will now respond with peace. Where triggers once caused turmoil, there will be stillness. I am making you whole. Emotionally whole, spiritually whole, mentally whole. This healing will not be temporary. It will be permanent. There are those who will not understand the new you. They only knew the version of you that was tired, afraid, and silent. But now I'm awakening the bold you, the joyful you, the fire-filled you. And while some may resist your transformation, don't dim your light to make others comfortable. Shine, testify, declare what I've done. Your story is not for hiding, it's for healing others. Speak freely, love boldly, live fully. And know this, I'm aligning relationships. I'm removing what hinders and bringing what helps. Don't mourn what I prune. Trust the gardener. Every adjustment I make is to ensure greater fruitfulness. You don't need everyone to understand, just me. I will surround you with those who speak life, who challenge you to grow, who love you with my heart. And together, you will do great exploits for my kingdom. This next season is not one of striving, but of abiding. I am calling you to dwell in me, to rest in me, to draw from me daily. You will find joy not in doing, but in being, with me, in me, through me. From this place of communion will come your greatest strength. From this place will come the revelation you've been waiting for, the clarity you've prayed for, the peace you've hungered for. All of it flows from me. So come closer, lean in. There is more glory, more healing, more revelation. You have not exhausted my goodness. You've only tasted the beginning. I am infinite, eternal, unending, and I delight in pouring myself into vessels like you, willing, humble, expectant. Stay close, child. The best is unfolding before your very eyes. My beloved, now you have heard the word I have spoken into your spirit. It is not mere encouragement. It is your identity. It is not a suggestion. It is a divine declaration over your life. This is not the end of a conversation. It is the beginning of a covenant. I am not just offering you blessing. I am offering you myself. All that I am is available to all of you. My spirit is not distant. My power is not reserved for a select few. It is for you, child. Right now, right here, you are stepping into a sacred season, a season marked by my favor, guided by my presence, and carried by my grace. You will look back at this moment and say, that was the day everything changed. Not because your circumstances suddenly became perfect, but because your faith rose to meet my promise. You chose to believe, and I chose to move. Heaven responds to faith. I move where I am trusted, and I am pleased with your heart. Don't return the ways of yesterday. You are no longer the person who feared the night or doubted the morning. You have been transformed in my presence. You are walking differently now, clothed in authority, filled with revelation, surrounded by angels, covered by my hand. What once intimidated you will now be beneath your feet. What once confused you will now make sense. What once delayed you will now accelerate you. I have flipped the script. I have rewritten the ending. I have ensured the victory. Go now with joy. Let laughter return to your soul. Let worship rise from your belly like a new song. Let gratitude overflow your heart like rivers of living water. You have cried long enough. You have mourned deeply. Now let celebration become your language. Let expectation be your attitude. Let hope be your posture. I am the God of the turnaround, and your story has shifted forever. Don't keep this to yourself. What I've given you, share it. Tell others of my goodness. Let your testimony be a spark in dark places. I have not healed you just for your comfort. I have healed you for your commission. I have not filled you just to bless you. I have filled you to overflow. There are others who need what you now carry. There are captives waiting for the sound of your voice. There are souls searching for the hope that burns in you. Don't be silent. I am with you. I will never leave you. My covenant is unbreakable. My presence is unshakable. My love is immovable. Whether you feel strong or weak, celebrated or rejected, confident or unsure, I am still God and I'm still yours. Cling to me in the calm, cry to me in the storm, dance with me in the victory. I will always be near. I speak peace over your mind, no more torment. I speak healing over your body, no more affliction. I speak clarity over your decisions, no more confusion. I speak strength into your bones, no more exhaustion. I speak renewal to your dreams, no more delays. The time is now, the door is open, the harvest is ready, and you, my child, are prepared. You are not stepping into the unknown alone. You are stepping into it with me. My hand is on your head, my spirit is in your chest, my word is on your lips, my glory is on your life. You were born for this. You were destined for this. You were chosen for this. But as your Father, your Creator, the one who formed you in the hidden places of the earth and breathed life into your being, I am not far from you. I have never left you. Even in your darkest night, I was there. Even in the moments when you could not feel me, when your prayers felt unanswered, and when your hope was hanging by a thread, I was working behind the veil, orchestrating every detail of your life with divine precision. Today, I confirm to you what you've been sensing in the quiet corners of your soul. Yes, my child, what you felt was real. It was not emotion. It was not imagination. It was me, my spirit, stirring, preparing, and declaring a shift in your season. There has been a divine announcement over your life in the courts of heaven. What you have carried in silence is about to be manifested in the open. The tears you sowed in private are about to burst forth in a public harvest. I have seen your endurance when others saw your weakness. I have counted every step you took when it felt like your legs could no longer hold you. I have honored every prayer lifted in faith, even when your heart was trembling. You are not overlooked, my child. You are not forgotten. You are the apple of my eye. My gaze has never left you. I have engraved your name on the palms of my hands. Now hear me clearly. The season of delay is over. The time of drought is shifting into a season of rain, and not just a trickle, not a passing cloud, but an outpouring, a deluge of my favor and provision that will overwhelm the drought of past seasons. This is not mere encouragement. This is declaration. I am confirming my word to you, not only through this moment, but by everything that is about to take place. The month ahead will be marked by my presence in such a tangible way that you will have no doubt. I, the Lord your God, have spoken, and I am doing it. You have asked for answers, and I'm giving you clarity. You have cried out for provision, and I'm unlocking resources. You have pleaded for peace, and I'm sending it like a river to your soul. Don't fear what is ahead, for I go before you. My spirit is already present in the days and weeks to come. I stand at the end and at the beginning. I surround your life with purpose. Every delay was a setup. Every denial was my protection. Every silence was a season of preparation. And now the fullness of time is arriving. But child, I need your trust. I need your surrender. You have clung to your own strength for so long, and I have allowed it, for I never force what must be freely given. But now I ask you, release the grip. Loosen your hand from the worries, the burdens, the plans that you thought would save you. Your strategies are not strong enough to sustain what I am about to pour out. You must rest in me. Abide in me. Return to the place of worship where your spirit is anchored, not by what I do, but by who I am. For in the days ahead, many voices will rise, many distractions will scream, but only my voice will lead you to peace. You need daily reminders of my truth. The world speaks loudly, fear, scarcity, confusion, rage, but my voice is still and sure. Feed yourself daily with the nourishment of my word. Let my promises be the bedrock of your emotions. You do not live by the reports of man. You live by every word that proceeds from my mouth. Come to me every morning. Open your heart and allow me to fill it again. Let me wash away the residue of doubt and despair. Let me breathe fresh wind into your lungs. The more broken. Some wounds you stopped bringing to me because you believed healing was no longer possible. But today, I am touching even those deep places. I am removing the sting of betrayal, the crushing weight of grief, the lingering scars of rejection. I am replacing shame with honor, sorrow with laughter, despair with vibrant hope. What once triggered immense pain will now stand as a powerful testimony of my power. Where you once felt empty, you will overflow. Where you once felt lost, you will lead others home. And listen closely, your home will radiate this glory. I am walking through the very walls of your dwelling. Peace will reign where conflict once ruled. Forgiveness will take root where offense once divided. Unity will blossom where silence once grew. I am restoring families. I am reconciling hearts. I am bringing prodigals home. I am releasing a love so pure it will disarm even the hardest hearts. What you could not achieve through strenuous effort, I will accomplish through my spirit. Just keep believing, keep interceding. I am actively moving in your house. I have also perceived your profound weariness, the kind that no one else could detect, the quiet exhaustion of carrying more than you ever articulate. But I am your strength. I am your source of renewal. I am sending a fresh wind of refreshing that will cause your soul to soar again. You will not burn out, you will burn brighter. I will grant you grace for every assignment, stamina for every battle, and joy for every single step. This joy will not be fleeting, it will be your fuel. It will bubble up even amidst chaos, and laughter will return to your lips like a symphony after prolonged silence. Do not be afraid to shine. You were not created to be hidden. You were created to reflect me. My light within you is not for your glory, but for mine. So let it shine brightly in your workplace, your city, your family, your ministry, wherever I send you. And do not fear opposition. Light will always provoke darkness, but darkness can never extinguish it. You will enter rooms and fundamentally shift the atmosphere. Not because you strive, but because you carry my spirit. You carry my heart. You carry my authority. Like and share the video if you have trust in the words of the God. Subscribe to the channel if you love Jesus. I am sending divine connections, individuals who will sharpen you, support you wholeheartedly, and propel you toward your purpose. You will no longer be surrounded by those who merely tolerate your spiritual fire. I am sending those who perfectly match its intensity. You will be challenged, not crushed, lifted, not limited, and together you will construct what I have placed in your spirit. The collaborations I am releasing are not casual, they are covenantal. Be ready, my child. This overflow will necessitate structure. As I bless, you must build. Prepare your heart, prepare your schedule, prepare your hands. I am about to accomplish more in one moment of your surrender than you could achieve in an entire lifetime of striving. You do not need to figure everything out. Simply remain connected to me. I will download strategies. I will provide blueprints. I will supply whatever is needed at every stage. You are not traversing this path alone. My child, now that your heart has been saturated in overflow and your spirit perfectly aligned with my divine will, I am bringing you into a greater unveiling, the profound clarity of your next assignments, and the revelation of the territory I am entrusting to you. This is no longer the season of waiting. It is the hour of walking. The prayers you have sown have now matured into the very paths you will traverse. Every moment of obedience has produced a field of promise beneath your feet. Where you once wandered, you will now establish. Where you once questioned, you will now declare with unwavering confidence. I am not simply bestowing a blessing, I am expanding your dominion. There is land that rightfully belongs to you, not just physical spaces, but spiritual authority, pervasive influence, and significant impact that are yours to occupy. And I, the Lord your God, am leading the way before you. Every place where your foot treads in obedience, I will grant it to you. I will drive out all giants. I will remove all opposition. I will firmly establish you as a living witness of my power. Do not be intimidated by the sheer scale of what I am showing you. If I have given you the vision, I will unfailingly provide the resources, the people, the wisdom, and the perfect timing. Your responsibility is not to control, it is to trust and obey. There are doors I am opening now that were once hermetically sealed, opportunities that seemed utterly impossible, conversations you never imagined having, rooms you once felt utterly unqualified to enter. I am ushering you into all of it, because I know the immense potential I have placed within you. The world desperately needs what you carry. The revelation I have poured into you in secret is now ready to be released publicly. You will not have to force your way in. I am your access. I am your advocate. I am the one placing your name on the lips of decision makers. You are not forgotten. You are being strategically positioned. And as I elevate you, I will also keep you grounded. You must remember that every single victory is mine. Pride has absolutely no place on this journey. You did not open these doors, I did. You did not save yourself, I saved you. You did not devise this purpose, it was inscribed by my hand long before your birth. Remain humble, remain yielded, remain deeply anchored in me. Because as your influence expands, so must your dependence on my voice. The more I give, the more I require from your heart, not as punishment, but as a deeper partnership. You are not merely stepping into a fleeting moment, you are stepping into a profound mantle. There is weight to what I am giving you. It is not for vanity, but for victory, not for applause, but for sacred assignment. I am clothing you in spiritual responsibility. You will carry my word with unwavering precision, not seeking popularity. You will stand in truth, even when it costs you comfort. You will walk in a compassion that penetrates the deepest brokenness. You will love those who are most challenging to love. Because your ministry is not confined to platforms. It is lived out in everyday obedience. And yes, I will heal through your hands. I will speak through your mouth. I will move through your presence. Not because you are flawless, but because you are available. Your yieldedness is my invitation. You no longer need to ask for permission to do what I have already commanded. The time for hesitation is over. You are ready, not because you feel it, but because I have declared it, and my word concerning you is final. As you step forward, be prepared for the opposition that accompanies momentum. The enemy will attempt to distract, divide, and discourage. But I have already fully equipped you. Your praise is a powerful weapon. Your worship is an impenetrable wall. Your intimacy with me is your ultimate shield. Remain in my presence, and no tactic against you will ever succeed. I will grant you wisdom in warfare, grace in conflict, and favor in battle. You will stand firm, and having done all, you will remain unyielding. This season will not be defined by mere survival, but by strategic advancement. You will not just endure, you will build. You will not just recover, you will expand. I am giving you keys, access points into systems and circles you never even dreamed of. Government, education, business, media, family, arts, ministry. Wherever I assign you, I will bestow upon you the grace to lead and the influence to shift entire atmospheres. Your life will become a brilliant lighthouse. Your words will be a river of pure truth. Your presence will be a beacon of undeniable hope. Do not be disheartened if others depart. Some are simply not equipped to journey where I am taking you. Release them with blessing, not with bitterness. You are not experiencing loss. You are being pruned for even greater fruitfulness. And what I am bringing into your life, friendships, mentors, intercessors, partners, will be forged in fire and strengthened in unshakable faith. These are not temporary connections. They are covenant alignments for the journey ahead. This is also the time to write, to document, to capture what I am doing, and preserve it for future generations. Journals, songs, books, prayers. Do not delay in recording what I reveal to you. There are blueprints I am entrusting to you that must be written down. What I show you in the secret place will become a definitive guide for others. Your testimony will not just be told. It will be studied, quoted, and followed as a map to break through. And child, above all else, rejoice. The sorrow of past seasons will not follow you into this new one. I am transforming your mourning into dancing, your ashes into beauty, your heaviness into garments of praise. You will laugh again, fully, freely, unashamedly. Joy is returning to your home, your heart, and your hands. You will awaken with profound purpose. You will retire with deep peace. This is the very essence of redemption. This is what revival feels like. My beloved child, as we reach the culmination of this sacred journey, I speak to you now not with a sense of conclusion, but of continuation. For though these words conclude, the powerful movement I have initiated in your life is only just beginning. What I have spoken, I will unfailingly complete. What I have planted, I will cause to flourish. What I have promised, I will fulfill in its entirety. This is the divine hour of manifestation. Not abstract faith, but tangible, visible fruit. You will see what your faith has built. You will hold what your tears have watered. You will live in the reality of what I declared over you in hiddenness. Yes, this is the month where blessing will no longer be merely a word on your lips. It will become the very atmosphere you breathe, the tangible evidence in your hands, the lasting legacy you leave behind. You are not entering into prosperity by chance, but by covenant. This is not a reward for performance. It is the release of your divine inheritance. You are a child of the Most High God. I withhold no good thing from those who walk faithfully with me. And you, my beloved, have walked. Even when your strength faltered, you crawled forward. Even when you wept, you worshipped. And now I crown your endurance with glory. But let me remind you, what I bless, I build through you. Your life is no longer solely your own. You are a chosen vessel of my presence in a world desperately yearning for light. Every miracle I release into your life is an explicit invitation to multiply it in the lives of others. You are not just a recipient of revival, you are a carrier. Wherever you go, take me with you. Speak boldly, love fiercely, give generously, live fully. Let your entire life become the undeniable proof of my power and the resounding echo of my grace. There will be moments ahead where fear attempts to resurface, where pressure whispers lies, where the enemy tries one last distraction. But remember this, I have sealed you. You are mine, covered, marked, protected. Nothing formed against you will prosper. Every dart from the enemy will fall harmlessly to the ground. You will walk through fire and not be burned. You will cross through waters and not be drowned. Because I go before you, I walk beside you, I dwell within you. You will never be alone again. Now rise and build. Pick up your tools, pick up your pen, pick up your sword. This is the moment for action. Write the vision, launch the business, speak the word, sow the seed, embrace the assignment, preach the gospel, feed the hungry, heal the hurting, lift up those who are bowed down. I am breathing a fresh wind upon everything you touch in obedience. Where there was once delay, there will now be divine speed. Where there was struggle, there will now be supernatural ease. Where there was drought, there will now be overflowing abundance. I bless your home, I bless your health, I bless your hands, I bless your relationships, I bless your rest, I bless your rising, I bless your ideas, I bless your strategies, I bless your future. Nothing will remain untouched by my goodness. You are stepping into days you only dreamed of. But these dreams are no longer distant aspirations. They are becoming daily realities. You will awaken in answered prayer. You will breathe in my promises fulfilled. You will dance under open heavens. And as I bless you, you will bless others. You will not hoard what I give. You will distribute it with profound wisdom and compassion. You will be known not just for my favor, but for your faithfulness, not just for glory, but for grace. And I will continue to pour into you as long as you continue to pour out, because this well will never run dry. Now go, my child, step boldly into this month with no fear, no shame, and no doubt. I have gone ahead of you. I am behind you. I am beside you, and I dwell within you. You are ready. You are appointed. You are anointed. You are chosen. You are rising. You are blessed beyond measure, and nothing will stop what I have started. Amen. My beloved child, carry this message forward. Someone you know is waiting for a word just like this. What you've heard today isn't only for this hour. It's a guidepost for what's to come. The time we live in is not ordinary, and neither is your calling. You've been chosen to live with clarity, with conviction, and with love that knows no bounds. Remember, even in your quietest moments, you are seen and surrounded. If this message stirred something within you, don't let the journey stop here. Subscribe and walk with us again as we explore the truths that build you up and guide you forward. Share this word with someone feeling lost. Let them feel the warmth of belonging. Until next time, remain rooted in truth, walk gently but fearlessly, and never forget, you were born for impact. Amen.